What's happening, gang? It's your boy Retro back again with another reaction video. Yeah. Today we got another huge update. I know you guys could probably already tell it is going down. Just by that title alone, definitely going to see this one as we're witnessing Harold Ford Jr., Fox News The 5 host, battling it out head to head with Jessica Tarlov, trying to see who has been most affected by that TDS, Trump derangement syndrome. And I will say Harold Ford Jr. is making a very strong case to take that cake in this newest update, guys. I'm excited to get into it. So we're not straight into it, guys. Just make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Before we even get into it, you guys, hit that like button, also hit that subscribe button for your boy. Without further ado, let's jump straight into it, folks. Check this one out.
A lot of people would say they couldn't get away with saying, I'm just too passionate, my grammar's not right, I'm a knucklehead. What do you say to the American people who think, I don't know that I can trust this guy with all those modifications to be the potential commander-in-chief of this country?
Yeah, well, I think they heard me. They heard me the other night speaking passionately about gun violence and misspeaking. And I got to be honest with you, Shannon, I don't think people care whether I used IUI or IVF when we talk about this. What they understand is Donald Trump would resist those things. Look, I speak passionately.
A liar.
Judge Janine, what does it say about the Kamala Harris strategy that they've changed it 180 degrees 4 weeks before the election?
Well, you know what's interesting is we just came off of one hurricane, and there's another Category 5 that's scheduled to hit Tampa and Florida. And instead of taking the opportunity to prove to the American people that she's interested in them, she is now twisting it to, I think I'll do a little humor with Howard Stern and Stephen Colbert, and then I'll go on The View. None of it makes sense. The woman is risk averse to the media, and this isn't a media blitz. They call it a media blitz. She still avoided most of the media, as Andrea Mitchell said. And instead of taking the opportunity to say, America, I hear you're worried about the FEMA money. I'm going to get out there and make sure you get that money. But I think that if she needs to be transactional, if she needs to get something out of it, be transactional. Think about it this way. If you take care of the American people, maybe they'll vote for you. But
Exactly.
I hadn't heard that quote before. When she was on that podcast, she said one of the best ways to communicate with people is to be real. So then why did she pick Tim Walz? Because we really don't even know who the real Tim Walz is. The guy's lied so much. And it's not just about the rank and the war and the weapons of war and being on the tarmac. It's the DWI and the DUI that someone was chasing him and all that other nonsense. And then, of course, the IVF. And he lied when he said Trump's against it. Trump said he's going to give it to Americans who need it. But his rationalizing is, I'm passionate. Forgive me. I'm a knucklehead. Forgive me. That's not an excuse, and that's not an answer. And finally, if he thinks he's gaining sympathy or social status, or he's preserving his false sense of who he is, the question that American people are asking right now is, who is the real Tim Walz? Which one is coming to the White House? And when you draw on your real life experience, Tim Walz, like, which side will you draw it from? The real side or the lying side?
There we have it. Judge Janine shot straight out of cannon in this segment. I mean, and this right here is why you can rely on Judge Janine's takes. I feel like she calls the balls and the strikes exactly how everyone sees it. No matter what team you're on, she's going to call it how she sees it, honestly. And right here, she's saying these flip-flop, both the candidates are, habitual liar. I mean, you never know what you're going to get with her, and especially not with this guy, Tim Walz. He'll flat out lie. You'll catch him in the lie, and he'll still say that the people know what he meant. It just doesn't make sense, guys.
She was going to rise above, and now she's just going into all these venues, soft venues. But why do you think she changed?
Hope you had a good weekend. I did. Good to be back around the table. To everyone, it's such a solemn day. I know we'll talk about this in the third block, and I look forward to it. I mean, my prayers go out to all of my friends, as this is such a tough moment. To this issue, I think that we've been urging her to take long-form interviews, to do a press conference. We wanted more debates. At least I wanted more debates. I think everyone around the table might have, at least at some.
No more debates. These folks on the left keep trying to say they need to see more debates. We've seen we need to see from that first debate on ABC, where Donald Trump didn't even have a fair shot in the race. There's no more chance that could be granted for them. I mean, what can Donald Trump have to gain from doing another debate? He has everything to lose, nothing to gain. There's absolutely no point in him doing another side by side. We don't need it.
Some point. And she has decided to do that. I think what she has unveiled and how she's doing this is that she has a different way of closing than President Trump is going to close. I wish both of them would do another debate. I wish Vice President Harris would sit not only with 60 Minutes, I wish President Trump would sit with them as well. I wish he'd sit with more and take some of the questions, even tougher questions than she faced in some of the settings that she's been in. But she's doing this, and she's basically making it clear that she doesn't believe that undecided voters really care. I happen to think she's wrong, and I think that President Trump, I think he believes his closing strategy is, I'm going to excite and energize those who are going to vote for me, and we're going to outnumber those that vote for her.
He's going to excite and energize those that want to support and vote for him. And then he's going to outnumber those who wants to vote for. Isn't that not how an election works? I'm really sometimes Hero 4 makes me really reconsider things. Like, am I tripping, or is it him? I think it may be him this time, guys. This guy literally lays out common sense for us every day and just wastes his time, his allotted time.
Going to vote for me, and we're going to outnumber those that vote for her. Again, I'm just old-fashioned. I wish they'd stand side by side again and answer some of the tough questions. But I'm pleased that she's made a little change in the strategy, Jesse. At least she is out. I have not seen the 60 Minutes interview. I'm looking forward to seeing that. Again, I wish that both of them had done that and sat down. But maybe I'm longing for days that are no longer going to be in politics. But as I've said before, I hope this tradition of not doing debates is something that comes to an end after this election here.
Don't you usually do these soft interviews balanced off with hard interviews to get to know the candidate in a different way, not the only way?
Yes. I'm having a hard time differentiating or understanding convention Kamala and conventional Kamala. So convention Kamala, she has this amazing convention. Everybody's for her. They're all excited. The Democrats are like all in. She's got all the celebrities. She's got all the support. She's got the Obamas there. Everybody's excited. And then she went away for 4 days. You never saw her. And ever since then, it's sort of been like, why did you sit on that inspiration and that moment and just let it fizzle? So now, pretty much, people make fun of it, saying any question they get, like, well, first of all, I was raised in a middle-class family. I don't think that more laughter is what's needed right now. If you think, like, if you're a woman running, you have to punch above your weight. And this is not punching above your weight. This is going to places where you think you are going to be safe. Now, I can imagine on November 6th saying either that was a brilliant strategy in retrospect, or that's the reason she lost. I'm not exactly sure how it was going to turn out. I do remember when Obama did Between Two Ferns, and it was a new show, and we're like, what in the world is that? And why is he doing that? But there was a part of me that thought, what do they know that we don't know? Like, is this going to actually work for them? I also want to say one other thing about that Andrea Mitchell point. She was saying what I'm saying about you have to punch above your weight.
Right.
That's just the other way of saying it. She was trying to be nice. She says it's because of gender, but really it's because people don't take you seriously. In one of the 60 Minutes clips, Bill Whitaker is pressing her on how she's going to pay for all of her spending. And she's going on and on and on. And then he cuts her off and he says, no, but that wasn't my question. How are you going to pay for it? And she goes back around, pay your fair share and everything. And he says again, but we're dealing with the real world. So I'm looking forward to tonight because I do think he pressed her a little bit. And that wasn't maybe the softest interview. And she knew it wasn't going to be. But there's convention Kamala and conventional Kamala. And right now, I don't know if that's good enough to win.
All right, well, let's go to convention.
Dana brings up very valid points, guys. Definitely stick around. Stay tuned for the later video drops. We're going to jump straight into that, and you guys going to catch what I seen. I don't know if you guys were keyed in on this during that 60 Minutes sit-down interview with Kamala Harris, Bill Whitaker, guys. So definitely stay tuned on the channel. I think that will be around, I want to say either 8 o'clock, if not 8 o'clock, 10 o'clock tonight, Eastern Standard Time. Check it out, guys.
Conventional Greg Gutfeld.
Thank you. You know, while she was doing Call Her Daddy, her husband was doing Call Your Neighbor. nanny. They didn't report that. This is not so much a strategy as it is, it feels like a commiseration, getting together with the girls after a bad breakup. That's Call Her Daddy, Colbert, Stern, both who've castrated themselves on the altar of wokeism. She's like a therapy hot potato. Everybody's passing her around because they don't know what to do. And it's like the people in charge have left the building, or they've left for the month. It's like they're asking neighbors to water the plants, and she's the plant. They don't know what to do with her because it's not working out. She can't read a prompter. She can't think for herself. She's not bad. She's pathetic. And when you look at men, what men are thinking, and I think even young people who are voting for Trump, I think the mistake that Dems made was painting Trump as dangerous, because when your choice is pathetic, we're going to go with dangerous every time. Like, would you rather be the 1976 Oakland Raiders, Harold, or the 1976 Tampa Bay Buccaneers? I'm going to be with the Raiders, the pirate ship. So as you know, I do a lot of interviews with young men and women in my podcast, Gut Raps with Teens. They love backing Trump because it irks the man. Yep. And these days, what is the man? It's the skittish, panicky, weak Kamala supporters, the Sterns, the Kimmels, the Colberts that are relegated to the front lawn, shaking their rakes at those rebellious kids making noise. You want to piss off your ponytailed, social studies teacher with the Kamala pin on his knapsack? Wear a Trump badge. I mean, it's fun. It's easy. I think that's where a lot of the energy is coming from, because what you're getting, you feel like you're getting something from the machine. Nobody likes a machine, Jesse.
And women like the bad boy.
Yep.
That's true. That's how I got where I was, Jesse.
Yo, there we have it, guys. I feel like Greg Gutfeld keyed in, pointed out a very valid point there at the end, where he's saying they should have never painted that picture to say Donald Trump was a dangerous guy. I mean, it's got everyone all riled up. It's bringing in more and more support. You look on the other side and it's absolute pathetic. You see over here that's dangerous or pathetic, definitely going to check out the dangerous side, because no one likes pathetic. Folks can see straight through that makeshift campaign Harris and Walz are running over there. They do not need to see another side-by-side comparison of the two candidates, their positions and viewpoints. I mean, Harold Ford Jr. keeps trying to urge, saying, maybe I'm old-fashioned, but I want to see another debate. Been hearing that a lot on the left, almost trying to, reverse psychology Donald Trump into doing another debate, saying, hey, he won't do another debate because he lost the first one. He's scared to lose another one. With Donald Trump going to take his win and run with it, there is no point in him trying to get up there and do another 3v, maybe even 4v1, where he's fighting off not only his political opponent, but all the moderators too. It's just pathetic. It was pathetic to watch at the time. So definitely don't need a rerun of that one. I feel like he's proven everything he needed to prove to the people. I mean, come on, folks. Donald Trump has a track record and it speaks for itself. We don't need another debate, guys. Definitely hop in the comment section and let me know your thoughts. Also, make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. If you did enjoy more content like this, catch you guys on the next one.